Welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia and I do videos on planning with the occasional review, and today is a review. So, Hobonichi. I know a lot of you are like, how did this happen, Sylvia? And honestly, I don't really know. I went on Hobonichi just to like look at things, and then I was checking out. Does that happen to you also? So I just took this out of the white packaging. I haven't opened it or looked at it yet, but I'm so nervous because look. No, I'm hoping that my pages are okay and they're not bent. Yeah, I don't know. So FedEx came a very speedy quick, so I'm really excited about that. So Hobonichi Yellow Box 20th anniversary. I hope I'm in frame. There's a little note. You write, you draw. As you move your hand, the lines start running. With the running lines, our mind sprint. Handwriting means letting your mind take off. Safety matches fireplace chat. Okay. Okay, I just noticed how broken this side is. All right. I guess everyone's getting one of these pens for the 20th anniversary, because I certainly didn't purchase one. I've only watched like 2 unboxing of a couple of friends, and I don't know, I just assumed that they bought it. So, and then these pens I'm really excited about. Sometimes the colors are a little out of control, and then I just put them to the side because I'm not going to use them. But these ones are nice. They're like a navy and a black. So very cool. Here's the first little goodie. I know. I got a Weeks. So I've had a Weeks before. Remember, I was like a 3-time Weeks champion. So no surprise there. But these other 2 are new. Oh, 3rd pen. Okay. So I ended up getting, move this box. I think I'm in frame. I ended up getting the Hobonichi Techo 2021, and this is the Day-Free. And I guess I think of it as a notebook because it has like the months and then grid pages. So I didn't realize it was going to come with a pen. That's really cool. I mean, obviously it's a planner, but I don't know. I think of it as a notebook. Is that stupid? Probably. So this is the first time I've ever ordered this. That's why I didn't know. So I'm excited about this. And then I got the Hobonichi Techo 2021 Cousin. I've owned the Avec before, but I've never owned this one with the whole year all in one place. It might be the worst or best decision I've ever made. Somewhere in the middle, I don't know. So I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to go ahead and open these off camera, or maybe on camera quickly, so that I can take some time to look through them. And then in the morning, I will go ahead and do a little bit of a review, a comparison between the 3, in case you're trying to decide on one or maybe all and you want to know some things. And then also at some point, I'll do a separate video of a comparison of the Weeks against a standard traveler's notebook, because I think that people in the past when I've had Weeks have asked those questions when they're new to the Hobonichi. Cool. I'm so excited. Okay. Movie magic. It is the next day and the sun, you can see, is coming in quickly. So we're going to try our best. All right. So every year I say I'm going to cut this up and add it, you know, in little pieces throughout, and I never do. Maybe this year. Probably not. And also I ended up getting 3 pens. I opened one just to look at it. I'm pretty sure this is a 0.5. I think it's a 0.5 every year. I couldn't find it on here. So if I'm wrong, please let me know down below. Maybe I'm missing it. I don't think I am, but yeah, it says Hobonichi Techo 2021, and then it says the 20th anniversary little logo right there. But it doesn't say that it's a 0.5. But it definitely, you know, writes like a 0.5. So it comes with the standard black, blue, and red. And down here at the bottom of the barrel at the tip, it is clear, but they're marked here in color. So I don't think that's necessary, but you know, whatever. I like the color. I don't mind it at all. And I think I'm going to be using these this year. I need to get a fountain pen. I know. Leave some suggestions down below for any kind of fountain pen you like and any kind of ink, and I'm going to look into it. Which is what I was supposed to do. I was just going to look at these, and then I bought it. So who knows what will happen. Maybe that's not the best idea. So let's start with the Weeks. This is why I ended up buying something from Hobonichi, okay? I was, you know, scrolling down, and I was thinking, well, if I buy something, I should probably buy a Mega Weeks because I've never owned one. And then I saw this cover and I thought, nope, I'm getting a Weeks, just the regular. And it's because I saw this right here. Now this is funny because I know that they don't look anything alike, but when I saw this, it reminded me of my favorite childhood movie, which is The Never-Ending Story. It's the part where Atreyu goes to the gate. It's like the one that has the sphinxes on either side. They don't look anything like this. But for some reason, when I saw this, that's what it reminded me of. And this is like a kind of like a fantasy anyway, so I'm not surprised by that. This right here reminded me of my favorite artist of all time, MC Escher. Who knew that when I went into junior high class for math, I would find one of my favorite artists of all time in my math book? Yeah, but I really do love this cover. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like this sepia color, especially down here you can see some reddish brown. Beautiful. It's by Shantan, and he's an Australian artist who's an illustrator, and he illustrated an entire non-word graphic novel. And this is, I believe, one of those illustrations from The Arrival. And I think it said in the back, I read it on the website when I bought it. And it also talks about how he worked on WALL-E, which I loved. We watched that in college. It was so adorable. I can't remember why we watched it in college. It was something. Obviously not that important, but I retain things, I promise. Just that was like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Anyway, yeah, so that is so cool. In the back, you get this little pocket that you can remove, and it's clear and it goes back here, or you can put it in the front if you'd like. So I'm definitely going to, let me show you just like that. And that is really cute. And I definitely want to get some of his books now, especially The Arrival, which this comes from, because his art is lovely. So inside here, it looks exactly the same. I didn't get one for 2020, so I regretted that. I really do love this. This book is definitely, this planner rather, is definitely a workhorse. So you have your year at a glance, and it goes up to 2020. And then I usually put like my weight here, but you can put like, if you want to track your spending. I never want to track my weight or my spending because it's always, you know, rough. So you can do either one here. That's usually what I tend to do. I don't know what other people do here. Let me know down below what you do with that. And then the months go all in the same place. And it's usually the same setup. So they give you like 1 month before the year starts. So this starts December of this year, 2020. And then they give you the whole year of 2021. And then they usually give you 3 months after that. Yeah. So you get all the way till March of 2022. So 3 extra months to plan ahead before you get your next planner. And of course, this is a Monday start, and Saturdays are in gray, Sundays are in red. Any holidays are also in red. And if you're new to the Hobonichi and you didn't know, there's definitely enough English for you to understand absolutely what's going on here. It's probably why they know English so well, because they make sure to incorporate it into everything, which is so awesome because it means that we can use them. So the weeks actually start November 30th, is that correct? Yes. So you can use this in December, which makes me crazy happy because I am itching to get into this. We're already in mid-September now. So these are very cream colored. I'll show you the difference between this and the other two. So there's a lot of detail here. Over here off to the top, they have what week of the year it is. So it says week 49 of the year because it starts November 30th. And then you get the phases of the moon. Again, plenty of English. And then underneath is Japanese. You will get things like this that look like a fraction when the new month starts. So this is November, and then here you have December starting. So that's really great. It is broken up into sections. Sorry about the glare. So you have a dot here and a dot here so that you can break this down into thirds. That's really nice. The grid, I believe, is still less than 4mm, and that's hard for me. And I know, it's like a mental block that I have. I can use as many of these lines as I want. Like, you can use 2 or 3 lines, right? If this is like less than 4, let's round, okay? Because it's math and no. So 4 and 4 is 8. So that's, 8mm right there. Just use 2 lines, Sylvia. I mean, why can't you do that? I don't know why I can't. It seems simple enough to use 2 lines to write on and you're fine. But I still try to write really tiny. So this year, my goal is to use up 2 lines for my writing because I have large handwriting and it's fine. This line has always caused me a mental block. I don't know why I can't just write over it. It's out of control. I'm hoping that this year I will get over that. I haven't been able to in the past, but we'll see how it goes. New year, new Sylvia, new name. Down at the bottom, you usually have some kind of proverb, phrase, quote in Japanese, and then, where it's from. Down at the bottom, you have the month, so you can see it at a glance, which is so nice on every single page. Sometimes I use that for the tracker for the week, which is really nice. I don't have to draw it out. And then, of course, you have on the side each month. March, February, January. Now, they have little wave tabs that you can buy. I bought them once and I hated them because it was really hard for me to thumb through with them on. And so I prefer not to have those. Okay, sorry, Jade had a question. She's doing school in the background, so if you hear something, that's what that is. Where was I? I don't remember. Oh, the tabs, the wave tabs. I tend to use like the Carrie Harding style tabs that I make myself to mark in here, just so I can find the months and whatever day that I'm actually on. And of course, I usually mark the notes in the back. So the weeks end on the last week of the year, so week 52, and you get a couple of days of January because that's just how the week ends. So that is really nice. And then you go into your notes section in the back and you get 71, 72 pages. Let's see. 71 pages of just blank or grid paper. Then of course you have things in the back like this that are really cool, that are in Japanese, and I think that on their website they do translate them. I never go to look. I'm sorry. I'm so bad about that. Oh, look at that sun coming in. I'm sorry. Anyway, and then we have my 100. So I use this all of the time. It's like really cool. You can put your 100 movies, you can put your 100 goals, you can put 100 little things that made you smile throughout the year. I've seen people do that. It's really sweet. Whatever you like. And then of course, some more things in Japanese. I tend to cover these, or I use a really thick black marker to write over them, just like little things that I need to remember. And then they just become like reference pages. What was that? That was interesting. Bad, good. So this is posture. That's cool. And then of course you have, what else? Addresses, I think, in the back. And that's everything. So how I use this in the past is I usually put a few personal things in here, like just, when I dye my hair, when I get my period, something like that, I mark on the months. And then over here, I use this usually for Jade's reading. So I usually write down what we read and then what chapters we read or how many pages we read that day. And then over here, I use the memo portion for like a word she can't pronounce. And then I will use the signifier if she could pronounce the word, but she didn't know the definition. And it just helps with her reading. And the note pages I tend to use for like little summaries of each chapter. Sometimes we can't read quick enough because there's so much to do that we put down the book and it's like, where did we leave? I don't remember what's happening. So it's just nice to have like a little bit of a summary in the back to remind us. So that's what I use this for. And I really missed it. I used something else this year and I'm just not loving it. I'm not loving it. So I prefer this. off to the Hobonichi Cousin. Okay, you guys, I picked this up yesterday and I thought, man, this thing is heavy. Now, I personally don't tend to do a lot of tip-ins, or I don't watercolor because I'm just not cool enough. It just turns into a muddy puddle anyway. So it shouldn't get much heavier. It shouldn't be crazy, you know, the pages will expand once they get wet or you add a lot of stuff in there. So it shouldn't weigh much more than this, depending on what cover I use. But man, did I feel like it was heavy. It was really heavy. And I thought, oh, Sylvia, are you going to be able to do this? This is going to be my social media calendar. We have a writers group called the Writers Table. All of that information is down below if you want to check us out. And then we have our writing sprints, Lauren and I, on Sundays at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we alternate channels. And then I got a new YouTube channel just for my writing, separate from my planning. And there's a lot to schedule, not like a ton, but there's things to schedule. So I thought it needed its own notebook, and I wanted it all in one place, and that's why I got the year instead of the avec, which is that I might regret. I don't know. So the difference in color from the Hobonichi Weeks, and let me turn my page actually, so you can see it a little bit better. This is very cream colored in comparison to this, you know, bright white. So just be aware of that. That might be, I know people who don't care for the more yellow pages. They're just like, oh, I can't handle it. I think it's fancy, but you know, you do you. That might be a reason why you don't get this. Hobonichi Techo 2021 Cousin. This is A5 size. So you get a full page of the year that this book is created for 2021. And this is the current year we're in now. And then you get a future year. And then of course we have, okay, so I like to use this for my index. And I absolutely am going to do the same thing this year because sometimes I fall off and I can't write every single day on here. So I will use these for like notes. I might make a note about, I don't know, like a pen, like this pen, for instance, like where I can get the ink refills for it or something else. I know that this pen comes in a 0.38, and I think that might be the smallest that it comes in. And I know that you can get it in a 0.7. I'm not sure if it comes in a 1mm because I have large handwriting. I tend to stick with a more narrow tipped pen. So like, you know, just information where I can buy it from, something like that. And then I like to come over here and I need to like mark whatever month this is. And I just put the title so I know where to find it. So I like using this as an index more than anything else. Let me know down below how you use it. Okay, so this is, I believe, the same setup as in the weeks. They're going to give you the month before the year starts, so I can start using this portion in December 2020. It's going to give you the full year of 2021. And then it should give you 3 months into the year after for forward planning. Yes. So it'll give you up until March of 2022. And like the weeks, this has a Saturday in gray, a Sunday in red, holidays in red. This is a Monday start. I believe the weeks only comes in a Monday start. Is that true? Let me know down below. I always look for a Monday start, so I think that's true. And then this one you can actually get with a Sunday start. In case I forget, this one you can get with a Sunday, but I got all Mondays across the board because I'm a Monday kind of girl. I just love how clean this is. I'm sorry for the rays of sun. So for the week portion, we're going to start on December because that's just how the week falls. And partway through the week, January starts. And you'll see here that it marks both, which I like. And then it circles what week we're on. And then off to the side, of course, you have in Sunday red. And let's see how far this section goes. So for the weeks, the vertical weeks, you end up finishing on January 2nd. And they give you 2 days of January because that's just how the week ends. And it does tell you up at the top that this is week 52, which I also love. Then we go into our dailies, and right before the dailies, it says turn the page to a new year. At the bottom, it has the calendar for 2020 and then 2021. Then we have this, I don't know what they call this. It's like a monthly cover page, something like that. It used to have lines on it. I like that it doesn't have lines. It's just blank, which can freak people out. It freaks me out at first, but you can see here, sorry, the sun is just, it's gonna shine, man. And I'm gonna let it because I need to get happy and the sun makes me happy. Anyway, if you look behind, because this is Tomoe River paper and it's Bible-y thin, you can see the grid behind it enough to use it. So that's nice. And then we start on January 1st for the dailies. And we go to December 31st. So you're only going to get 2021 when it comes to the daily pages. And of course the tabs are in different colors. And depending on what tab you land on, the grid will be in that color. And if you look really closely, I know that's got to be awful in your eyes, you'll see that the grid is all little dots. The attention to detail, man, it's amazing. So if you're someone who doesn't like ghosting, this paper is not going to be for you at all because it's all Tomoe River paper and like you can see like the date from the day before. I didn't get a writing board because I never use them, but it might be something you're interested in, especially if you write really hard, because it will definitely indent onto the next page. So keep that in mind. At the end of the dailies, you have, I think, 3 sheets, so 6 grid pages, timetable, grid paper, favorites. I wish they had more of this. I would totally buy a book of just this. Like if they, not like a whole book like this, but like, you know, the little memo books they buy, like the companion books you can buy of this, I would totally buy that. And then you have my 100s page. So I can make this just for like goals for my social media, since that's what I'm going to be using this for. And then a bunch of pages in Japanese that I tend to color or write over, address, and personal notes. And then we have the day-free. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't have any plans for this yet. Still have a month and a half-ish for me to decide. So it has the white paper, just like in the Cousin. Starts out exactly the same as the other two with a year at a glance. And then it gives you 2020 and 2022. And then, of course, this, I think I wouldn't use this for an index because it makes sense in the Cousin. These are just like numbered pages, so it wouldn't work. So I would have to figure something else out for this. But down here, down below, I think I would number these from 1 to 71. Is that how many pages are in here? Let me look again. Yes. So I would come down here and I would number these 1 to 71 and I'd make my index down below. Figure something else out for up here to track. I'm not sure. I was thinking of making this my writing notebook. I make a lot of notes within like Scrivener or within whatever writing document I'm using. But yeah, this would be kind of cool for that, I think. Just to write down my word count, where I started, where I stopped, how much I got for the day, any kind of notes. I think that would be cool. Anyway, so the months start December 2020, same Monday start, Saturday, gray, Sunday, red. And then it gives you the whole year of 2021 and then 3 months of 2022 for forward planning. I really like the fact that on these monthlies, they show you what week of the year you're on. Another little gorgeous detail that I love. And then you just get your grid pages. I think this is really a cool idea. And I love that they have them numbered. So you can use it like a bullet journal. And of course you have like your little proverb quote saying down below in Japanese. I wish they wouldn't do it though, because I prefer, even if it was in English, and I do love quotes and things like that, but I prefer to have the extra space. I just do. I'd like for the grid to go all the way down. And there's this cute little fox. There's a little illustration at the bottom. I don't know which way I'm supposed to turn. But he's like stuck in a bag. Oh, so I think I'm going the wrong way because the bag's just randomly up in the air unless it's a ghost. I don't know. Yeah, that's hard to flip. Anyway, so this one has the longest amount of time before I can use it. And I don't know. It could change by then. You know, I change week to week. I can't even imagine what's going to happen in 2 months. So who knows? So in case you're interested in purchasing one of these, why one, guys? No, just kidding. Come to the dark side. It's so much fun here. I wanted to tell you quickly, just a quick review of the differences. So the beginnings are all the same, right? The main difference between this and this are going to be 1, size, and 2, the fact that you get a lot of empty grid pages in the back, 71 to be exact. And then of course you only have 6 pages in the back of this one. Now you don't have dailies in here. So if you're someone who's like, I can't write every single day, or it's going to be a waste because I don't have enough planning to do on the daily like that, then maybe something like this is for you. Plus it comes in 2 different sizes. You can get it in the A5 or a smaller A6 size. You can also get it in the avec, which means that it's cut in half, where you have 6 months in one book and 6 in the other. So there's more options when it comes to the layouts that come in the Cousin. For the Hobonichi Weeks, they do have a mega. So if you enjoy this, the mega just has more pages in the back. Can't remember because I have never owned it. I think it's either about 2 or a little more than 2 times what you get now. If you're not a fan of the coloring of the very cream yellowish color, then maybe the clean bright white is more for you. Of course, this has the vertical week like this, and then this one has a vertical week across instead of down. So that might be a difference for you. It really depends on how much planning you want to do and what you're using it for. I think that this is perfect for a wallet or for a purse. It's just, that's what I always put it in. My wallet or something like that is always with me no matter what in my purse, because it's so light and easy to carry. Even when you get an avec, and even if you size down to an A6, it can still get a little chunky. So it just depends what works best for you. But as far as lightweight is concerned, this is obviously the clear winner. So those are the main differences I can think of why you might choose one over the other. When it comes to the Day-Free, I feel like this is honestly the safer choice because it gives you months, which is really nice to have. Most of us need like some kind of monthly. And then the rest is just free for you to write down notes or to draw out whatever you want. It gives you a lot of space. I believe this comes in A6. I don't really remember. I was just looking for an A5 because that's what I wanted to try out. So this might be the easiest one to use, just because you can not plan for a month or a couple of weeks, come back, and you don't have to feel guilty about missing any of those pages. But again, there's ways around it. Certainly in here, I've just written little poems or little flash fictions within each of the days if I missed that week, or I just write notes. And there's no issue for me personally that way. So if I miss a couple weeks or a month, it's not a problem for me. In here, let's say that you miss these 2 days, you can write your own notes and use it like a bullet journal. Come to the beginning, find August, find these 2 days here, so the 27th and the 28th, and then just write a title for whatever notes you took that day. So that's how I use it if I miss days. So either way, I'm okay with having this because I can use it like a notebook. and not feel bad about it anymore. And it took me the second time of having a Hobonichi to really appreciate and be able to do that, because I was freaked out. It was like so much pressure to have to use. But those are the main differences between the three. I am happy I got all three of them. This one's pretty easy breezy. It's really just a notebook in my opinion. So there's no pressure there. I might struggle with this. I have used this in the past with great success. I love it. I missed it for 2020. I'm a little freaked out about this, mostly with the weight. But I can absolutely use it. So we'll see how long I stay in it. So that is everything that I ended up getting from Hobonichi, how I intend to use it, hopefully, and the main differences between the three. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.